Welcome back, guys. Here is another set of notes. This is the next way to solve a system of equations. Okay, so far we've done elimination, where you have to cancel out a variable. We've done using the graph and the calculator, where you find the intersection. Now we're going to do it via substitution. It's going to go in page 50 of your notes. So here we go. Okay, here is our goal, as always. Make sure that gets down. Again, you don't have to write this stuff down. Okay, but when we substitute, you know what that means. You take something and you replace it with something else. Take a variable, replace it with a number. Okay, now we're going to do that idea, but instead of just one number into a variable, we're going to substitute an entire equation. So instead of having like x equals 5, we're going to have like, We're going to have like x equals 5 plus 2y. Okay, it might sound confusing right now. Just bear with me, you'll see. Okay, make sure you have these two equations written down, because these are the ones we're going to start with. So here we go. Now, I've already told you guys that because of all the different ways you want to look at the equations. Now, with this particular set, I personally would not solve it using substitution. I would use elimination, but I'm going to show you how to do it using using substitution anyway. So, if it hasn't been done, solve one of the equations for a variable. That doesn't mean solve for y, doesn't mean solve for x. It means solve for one of them. You pick. Now, I could solve this one, okay, or I could solve this one. Now, I'm going to solve this one because there's a negative here. I like working with positives, so because of that negative, I'm going to work with that one. Now, again, solve for a variable. That means x equals or y equals. It does not always have to be y equals for substitution. You can make it say x equals. So, the easiest way is I'm going to take, I'm going to take this and I'm going to cross it over. So now it becomes a plus y. So when I rewrite it, I have x equals negative 7 plus y. So what that says is, I don't know what x is, but whatever it is, it's the same thing as saying 7 plus y. So kind of like with the algebra blocks, remember every time we would take away, we would pick up an x, we would put like a negative 7 down. Well, now we're going to take away an x and put in a negative 7 and a y. So here comes our next step. Take that whole equation and substitute the whole thing into the other equation. So x plus 2y equals 8. This is the other equation. Now, you see how they both have x's? Well, what I'm going to do, because this is the same thing as an x, I'm going to take it and substitute it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to put negative, in parentheses, negative 7 plus y. Okay, now my next trick is to simplify and solve. Well, there's no distributing, so negative 7 plus y plus 2y equals 8. If I look and I see, I can combine these two. So that gives me negative 7 plus 3y equals 8. Okay, that's simplifying. Now I'm going to solve it. Okay, to solve it, I'm going to take this, I'm going to cross it over, it becomes a plus 7. So now I have 3y equals 15. Divide by 3, divide by 3, I get y equals 3. Now, from there, sorry about all the sniffles, guys. Guess you just have to deal with them. So now I have that. The y variable for this system is 3. So what I do next, for my very last step, like it says here, plug my answer into either starting equation and solve again. So now I'm going to use this one because it looks easier, because again, no negatives. X plus 2y equals 8. I'm going to substitute in my 3. Remember, my y equals 3. So it's going to be x plus 2, parentheses 3, equals 8. Now I solve it. This is going to be x plus 6 equals 8. Cross this over, it becomes a minus 6. Now I get x equals 2. So, here is my answer. Okay, if I want to write it like a coordinate, it would be 2, 3. There's a substitution method. Okay, I'm going to erase this and we're going to go look at another section, and then that will be it for our notes. Just hold on 1 minute. Now I'm going to show you on this next slide where it would be smarter to use substitution. Like I said, for these problems right here, I would use elimination, but let's take a look. Now, you see this one right here? This first practice problem, you see how it already says y equals? Because of that, I would use substitution here. Okay? On this one, I'd use elimination. On this one, I'd use elimination. But because one of them starts with y equals, okay, I would use substitution. Here are some practice problems to practice. If you have questions, we'll be going over these practice ones tomorrow. So try them out, see what answers you get so you can check. Bye, guys.